found quite a bit of blood.
Right.
So I mean, we tracked him all the way up the ridge, and he came all the way back to almost where I shot him.
Really?
And then we found a huge clot, and haven't seen anything since. So yeah.
How many yards have you tracked?
Oh,
Around about.
maybe it was so zigzag up and down, maybe 200-300 yards. But,
No beds?
Huh?
No beds?
No beds?
Yeah, you ain't found no beds?
Not from him. No. I mean, it was kind of hard to tell.
Sure.
Like there'd be like no blood, and then all of a sudden there'd be like a big pool of blood where he had stopped or something.
The blood you was finding, was it clean red blood?
Yeah, it was
bright, clean red.
Yeah, first we were finding just like muscle blood, and then we started finding bright blood, and then we started finding bubbly blood.
So the bubbles you were finding, were they just scattered bubbles, or were they clusters of?
You know, it was like big cluster, like he coughed it up or it pushed out.
Yeah.
My dad's was with me. He's out hunting still. He's bow hunting for 30 years.
So the way the lungs work, they work like a boat.
Okay.
So if you get a small hole in your boat and you're able to bail the water out faster and it comes in, you stay afloat.
Okay.
If you get a big hole in your boat and the water rushes in faster than you can bail it, you sink and you drown. And that's the way the lungs work.
Okay.
Unless you cut them off at the tubes.
Right.
So everybody thinks of them as balloons. When you shoot them, they pop. But it's millions of little balloons stuck together. So when you shoot them, all the ones you hit pop, but everything else keeps working. And that's why when it happens quick, or it just don't happen at all.
Okay.
And our best chance, I would almost say, is if we can get him up and moving.
Yeah. You think he's still alive? I shot him yesterday at 3.
I'd say.
Yeah.
My name's Walt Allen. I'm a whitetail deer tracker in Ohio, and I've been tracking for 18 years. I've tracked over 938 deer now and found over 500. Maxwell's. Claude Maxwell's a super nice guy. This must be the back part of the airport or something.
A couple hundred yards up the holler, but we didn't go any further down.
Right?
So.
Yeah.
They took the drone off right up the runway. So I don't know if it's not.
They either acknowledged it and it wasn't supposed to, or like I said, it'll let me know like on the map if it's a no-fly zone. So
Cool.
I won't fly it if it's a no-fly zone. But
All right, so he was about 20 yards out, quartering away. I felt good about the shot when I let it go, but it just hit too far forward. It was a loud whack, hit shoulder blade for sure. He ran about 15 yards with the arrow out of him, but it fell out of him. But I got 2-inch rage, so I mean, we clipped the lung, we found lung blood, tracked him a tiny bit last night, came back this morning, tracked for about 3 hours, kind of did like a big circle, found blood. And then we found a clot, and we haven't seen anything since, so I gave you guys a call.
Deer is going into shock. Your body goes into shock. And so it's releasing a lot of good scent. But if they're not in shock, you know, maybe bleeding, may have an arrow in him, but if he's not in shock, not dying, a lot of times it's not much of a track, you know what I mean? It's just not the same.
Right.
So we'll take buck, and a lot of times, if it's non-fatal, he'll just give up and want to go to the truck.
Really?
You know what I mean? He'll pretty much tell you. Yeah.
Okay.
Back here and mark our truck.
Yeah, we're down here, like a little valley down here. So, arrow fell out right around here. No blood till down there though.
So you seen him go all through here?
Yeah, I saw him. He jumped. I hit him. He jumped, and he like arced right to here, and the arrow fell out. I think it was right here.
So did he stop right here?
No, he was running the whole time.
Yeah, the shot.
Trail fell out and then ran down the trail.
From this valley, around, oops, sorry, back up this hill, like on this backside, turning back into the valley.
Come out here and get the rest of your toilet paper trail. Shot it right there, up at the corner, the arrow fell out. And then turned down around, he threw the toilet paper. They made a big loop and it came back up here.
It's still dark, so it's still like 5:45.
That's your last ride? No, that is not my riding road. He's there. I like to have an app on my Onyx that faded my trail. So the older the trail was, the different color up to the, so you could tell your old track to the new part.
I think you can change the colors of the lines, can't you?
Yeah, but it's all one line. But if you're tracking for 2 hours,
Right.
the old track will start overlapping. Let's get interesting track.
Well,
So it comes right down there. Then it goes right out through there. And then I see toilet paper right over there. Toilet paper here. The toilet paper. Yeah, if you look down to that valley, you can see the toilet paper trail.
It wraps, it like follows the valley around that bend, and then it loops up over that hill, and he comes right back down over here, like along the top of that hill. Came right back down to where he started, pretty much.
Yeah,
So,
I
I don't know
blood
why.
going through here.
He did all that, but
Yeah, blood going through here.
yeah. So came back down.
When you were tracking, how do you know you didn't get mixed up going through all that stuff?
I didn't really run through it that well, but he got close to the initial trail, but he didn't get all the way to it, and then he turned. And blood starting wasn't that good, and then by at that point, he was bleeding a lot more. Pretty good.
Just gonna follow him a ways.
okay.
Looks to me like he's trailing. Nose to the ground, looking for a doe.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
He'd be doing that even if he was bleeding that much?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So we had blood coming this way. Best thing I know to do, let him work that way and keep Buck away from him. I'm gonna work this way.
Okay.
We're not getting a definitive track. I mean, it don't. He's not tracking it like it's any kind of gut or liver.
Right.
But I'm gonna walk up here and kind of make a circle around, see if I can't come up with something. That's what I just told him. Went down, hit the same track, and ended up right back over at the private land where I was at.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. They're coming out of here, and he said his dog took him to there. So I get the feeling we would have both ended up in the same place.
Son of a bitch. He's that far, he's not dead though.
He's not dead. After you shot him, you run down there, spooked a little bit,
Yeah.
realized he's all right. And then I think he came right back up here,
Yeah.
cold trailing. I would say there was a doe in here at some point yesterday.
Yeah.
And he, you know, whatever it was, spooked him.
Yeah.
And then he come right back up here and started picking it up again.
I think so that crash probably was something spooking him.
Well, it's probably just him getting out of there.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not laying in here dead nowhere.
Yeah.
We'd have had him.
Yeah. That's why he was zigzagging all the way back around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bleeding, but he ain't dying.
Yeah. So those they'll puncture a lung and just keep pushing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know, the lungs is kind of like a boat.
Right.
If you get a small hole in your boat, if you're able to bail the water, you stay
Yeah.
afloat. If you get a big hole and the water rushes in faster than you can bail it, you sink and you drown.
He just had probably a little slice.
Yeah, I mean, it can even be a good slice.
Really?
It's just if it don't kill them quick, you know,
keep
you
going.
just, yeah, it's a game of distance.
Yeah. So I know that I one lunged it. My hopes weren't really that high. I saw long blood and I got kind of excited. But then that's what they're here for, right? So I called them.
So we got down there and looks like he said 3 or 4, you said 5 or 6 inches of penetration, not a lot of penetration. And the blood trail's kind of squirrely, like, you know, it's just going down, circling, coming back, and just going all over itself. And there's not much of a track. The dog's just not blocking on. We're not seeing any sign of gut or liver. I do believe it is lung cavity. And it puts me in the mind of a buck trail and a cold trail and a doe. I believe that he got shot. He was up in there looking for the scent of the doe. And when he shot him, he spooked and ran off a ways, but then he realized he wasn't dying and he came back and started cold trailing the doe again, I believe. And that's the feeling I got. And then Derek went down below and we both ended up over here at this private property. Our dogs just keep ending up that direction. What?
He was winding and everything, like right up where that private property started, but I knew we didn't have permission, so I was stopping and trying to see if he'd take it anywhere else.
Yeah.
How far did y'all track? Did you go up to that private property where he
we
was?
did the loop, came back, and then where I showed you guys last blood.
So I didn't know how far out this way did your loop go?
Did you follow that creek bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 50 yards from the creek bed, and they turned up the hill and came back.
Okay, so Oscar was assuming like he wasn't wanting to circle back around.
Right.
He went right back up in there, and then I tried to take the track back out around, and he went right back and did a circle and went right back to that private property.
Okay.
So
I feel like he's that way.
Yeah. So he did a full loop, came back, and then went back that way.
I think it's right back over that way. Yeah.
Huh.
I'll say you go ahead and shoot him again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try to find him again, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, tonight's my last night, so I'm gonna get in the tree.
You
again.
better get in the trees. Today's a great day. They're moving.
Yep.
All right, Hayden. Well, good luck.
Appreciate you guys
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you guys.